already we discussed about it. Actually, in Kharif season, we can produce the more production of the paddy when compared to production in Rabi season. Okay. Next, growing paddy and agriculture practices. Another topic, growing paddy, and agriculture practices. Growing paddy and agriculture practices. Okay, paddy, it is very, very important food grain, stable food material, very important essential food material. Okay, actually, paddy, it is essential food grain or food material. Means rice. Paddy or rice is stable food material. Staple food material. And essential food material. Okay. What? Stable food material and essential food material. Okay. What? Paddy or rice crop or rice. Essential food crop. Food material or food crop it is. It is a stable food material and a prime food crop. Prime food crop it is. What? Paddy or rice. Okay, that is why it is also called as global grain. It is also called as global grain. Very important one. Maximum in all countries, paddy or rice is cultivated and it is used as food material, maximum in all countries. That is why it is also called as global grain. What? Global grain. Actually, this paddy is growing from the late Mesolithic, it is growing from late Mesolithic period and Harappan civilization. It is very important food crop. What? Paddy is very important food crop It was grown in. It was grown in late Mesolithic period and Harappan civilization. Harappan civilization. Nowadays also it is growing in all country and all state of our country, irrespective of the availability of water. Okay, it is growing irrespective of availability of water in all states of our country, from Rajasthan to, actually it is growing growing in India, from Rajasthan to Arunachal Pradesh, and from Kerala to Jammu and Kashmir. Kerala to Jammu and Kashmir. Means from west region to north region, from south region to north region, entire India, this global grind, paddy or rice is cultivating. Understanding? Very important one. Remember, actually, it is a temperate. It is a tropical crop plant. Actually, it is tropical wetland crop. Actually, paddy or rice is tropical wetland crop. Tropical wetland crop. But it is growing in cool region. But it is growing in cool country also. In countries also, like China, Japan, Australia, etc. Actually, it is a tropical wetland crop, but cold areas or cold countries are also cultivating this global grind paddy. Understanding? It is very important staple food material. What? Paddy. Okay, what? Paddy. Okay, observe one. Okay, observe growing paddy and agriculture practices. Paddy, it is actually prime food crop, essential food crop, prime and most essential food crop, and staple food crop. You know, rice is the staple food material, essential food material, prime food material. Yes. That is why it is also called as, global food material, global grain. What? Global grain. Okay, it is growing from late Mesolithic period and Harappan civilization. Okay, from the late Mesolithic period and Harappan civilization. Next, it is growing in India. Next, observe carefully. It is growing in India. It is growing in India from Rajasthan to Arunachal Pradesh and from Kerala to Jammu and Kashmir. Means throughout the India, paddy crop is cultivating. Next, paddy is tropical wetland crop. Actually, paddy is tropical wetland crop, but it is growing in cool countries also, like China, Japan, Australia, etc. Understanding? Important. Observe carefully once again. Next, okay, now observe the production of paddy. Let us discuss about the production of paddy. Actually, India has the largest area for paddy cultivation. India has largest area or largest land for the paddy cultivation. When compared to China, Japan, India has largest area for the paddy cultivation, under the paddy cultivation, but production is very low in India when compared to the China and Japan. What is the reason for this? There are different types of reasons. Japan, they have more paddy production per hectare when compared to our India. For example, India has 40 million hectares. India has 40 million hectares. 40 million hectares under the rice cultivation. What? 40 million hectares. Observe carefully. India has 40 million hectares. Next, China. Has 37 million hectares. Next, Japan, just 2.5 million hectares. Just 2.5 million hectares. Okay. Observe carefully. This is the rice. This is the area under rice cultivation. Area under the rice cultivation. Next here, production of paddy. Production of paddy, kilograms per hectare. Kilograms per hectare. Production of paddy, kilograms per hectare. Now observe, actually in India, production of paddy kg per hectare. (975 kilograms per hectare). In China, 3,534 kilograms per hectare. In Japan, 6,250 kilograms per hectare. Observe carefully. Observe once that. Observe. Observe carefully. Next, production of paddy, production of total paddy. in million metric ton. In million metric ton. In million metric ton. Okay, observe once, observe carefully, see once. Next, observe, in India, production of total paddy, just 79 million metric ton. In China, 135 million metric ton. In Japan, 16 million metric ton. Observe carefully, important table. After analysis, this information was given here. Observe, India has largest area under the rice cultivation when compared to other all countries. But observe, when compared to these two, observe here, just production of paddy here per hectare, approximately 2000, imagine 2000 kilograms per hectare, 2000 kg per hectare. This is the production. But observe, in China, production is 3,500, approximately 3,500 kg per hectare. Observe, compare these two. Here, production is very high. Now, observe here in Japan. In Japan, production is approximately 6,250. 250 kilograms per hectare. Observe Japan. Observe carefully. See, observe this and this. Production in India and production in Japan. Observe difference. There is a lot of difference. Here just 2,000. Here 6,000. 3 times, more than 3 times. In Japan. Here observe carefully. Production of paddy in Japan. This is 3 times of the production of paddy in India. Here observe. Here also say here in China 3,500, here 6,000. Means double. Observe carefully here, Japan is very, very important, famous country, okay, and developed country, because they used and they are using new technologies and new instruments, different types of other techniques in agriculture to increase the production of food material or production of products from the plant. That is why they are getting like this large production per hectare, more production per hectare when compared to other here, China and India. Now, India has just here production is low production. India has low production when compared to other one per hectare. Understanding? Here observe total million metric tons, total production. Okay, total production. In 40 million hectares, in 40 million hectares, total production is 79 million metric tons. In 37 million hectares, China is producing 135 million metric tons. Observe difference. Observe difference here. Japan, in just 2.5 million hectares, they are producing 16 million metric tons. Just in 2.5. Just in 2.5. Observe carefully. 16 million metric tons. Are understanding? Okay, see. India has the largest area under the rice cultivation, but production is very low when compared to China and Japan. Okay, observe one table this. Okay, what is the reason for this? What is the reason why China and Japan? Why China and Japan can produce the amount of paddy when compared to India? Okay. Of cultivation of paddy. Okay. Now let us discuss about the cultivation of paddy. Okay. Here why means there are different types of reasons. What are they? In China and Japan, they use new technology, new techniques, new pesticides and effective pesticides and different types of machinery, understanding, and other new technology, new techniques are using in those countries. But in India, those type of technology, they were not come into the India. Suitable machinery is not available in India, but they are using very valuable, very valuable and big machinery. They are used instead of labor. Understanding? Because of using of those type of instruments, they can reduce the investment or any other running costs because of those machinery and new techniques like micro irrigation techniques or any other new techniques and other management practices are also good in those countries. That is why they can produce the more amount of paddy per hectare when compared to our India. Okay, to understand about this concept, we have to know the entire process of cultivation of paddy. Okay, let us discuss about the cultivation of paddy. Next, cultivation of paddy has different types of practices. Different types of different types of practices. Actually, paddy growing land, agriculture land, paddy growing agriculture land. Paddy growing, agriculture land or field is divided into small plots. Okay, this agriculture land or field is divided into small plots. These small plots are called actually. These small plots are called actually Kayyalu. What? Kayyalu or Madulu. Kayyalu or Madulu. This is important. Why field is divided into small plots? Why means leveling process, leveling and irrigation process. Irrigation means providing of water. These two processes are easy in this small plot. Leveling of agriculture land, providing of water means irrigation. These two practices are easy in this small plot. Okay, that is why paddy fields are divided into small plots. Understanding? Next, actually farmers start their agriculture practices before the monsoon season, means May, June month. In May, June month. Understanding? And first they prepare a plan. Listen carefully. A plan before the hand. Actually, they prepare a plan before the monsoon season, and they start their agriculture practices also. Agriculture practices just before the monsoon season. In those seasons or in that conditions or that time, they celebrate a festival. Understanding? Listen carefully here. They start their activities before the monsoon season. They celebrate a festival, that is Yeruwaka. What? Yeruwaka. You know very well that Yeruwaka. This is a festival. Farmers celebrate this festival while they are doing activity before the monsoon season. Yeruwaka. Understanding? Different types of activities here. Next, another important. Before cultivation of the paddy, okay, and while they are preparing a plan for cultivation of paddy, they consider the different types of aspects. What are they? For example, nature of soil. Next, rainfall. Next, humidity. Next, temperature. Understanding? Nature of soil, rainfall, humidity, temperature, like this, they consider the different types of offset. They consider different types of offset. Okay, they consider the different types of the offset, because these type of offset, natural offset, are vary. Actually, they vary from time to time and place to place. Usually, they vary from place to place, from time to time, from time to time. That is why they consider these type of natural offset while they are preparing a plan for cultivation of paddy. Understanding? It's important one. Actually, all the activities of the paddy cultivation are related to different types of festivals. For example, sowing of seeds, and transplantation. These are related to the Akshaya Tritiya, the festival Akshaya Tritiya. Next, another one, harvesting, crop harvesting is related to, means at crop harvesting, during this time actually Pongal and Onam. You know very well that Sankranti. Pongal and Onam. These festivals are celebrated at the time of crop harvesting. At the time of sowing of seeds and transplantation, Akshaya Tritiya festival is celebrated by farmers. Means all the activities of the paddy cultivation are closely related to the different types of festivals like this. Okay, yes.